Welcome back to Breakfast Television. I've been looking forward to this segment for a long time. This is Sherri Elliott, a workplace expert. And Sherri, the title of your book alone, Ties to Tattoos, has grabbed my attention like a tie knot, and it's holding me there. What's this all about?
It's about connecting in the workplace, bridging the generational gap.
Okay, well, I noticed right off the bat, it's dedicated to your daughter, Kirsten.
Yes, it is.
Now, would the fact that she was the generation after you and your generation is the one authoring the book, would this have perhaps prompted the dedication? Does it have something to do with your relationship with her?
It did, and actually, I fired my daughter 3 times when she worked for me.
Really?
Yes, and she doesn't mind telling that because she's now grown up, and what we do as our older generation, we tend to coddle our children and we give them everything, which puts them at a disadvantage when they get in the workplace and they don't know how to step out on their own. So we've got this younger generation right now who's not sure of how to get their own job and how to work and how to excel in their careers. And so that's what prompted me to write the book.
Well, and that's maybe not the only thing that we've heard about this generation. We also know a lot of folks who are saying that this is the generation that will hold out until they get the job they want. Yeah. They're a generation that doesn't expect a base salary to start. They'd like some incentives to convince them to work there. Yeah. Is part of this helping the so-called older generation relate to a younger generation, or is it mostly just helping the younger generation understand the older generation's workplace?
Now, what I decided to do was write the book on all 4 generations because I think it's critical that everybody learns to meet each other halfway and in the middle. So also the older generation has to understand that there is technology and they need to start learning to use that and speak to the younger generation too, and if they want to have a competitive advantage and stay in their jobs. Because last year we noticed a huge increase in discrimination claims from an age workplace. And that's because older workers are losing their jobs because they're not willing to make some changes in their way of thinking.
Well, you know, I mean, and like you said, you approach it from a number of different angles. Yes. One of those angles is helping folks at the upswing of their career, or maybe folks looking to change their career a little bit, how to get noticed, how to succeed in job interviews. Have the principles changed over the years?
Right now, everybody has to retool and rethink about what their offering is. And I tell people as they're out of work right now, because we've had a big change in our economy, they have to retool and reinvent themselves and go into their job market with some new ideas and get out there and start thinking about what other offerings they have. So they do. They have to get fresh and get out there with some new thinking.
I have time for one more question, and there's a phrase in the book that really grabbed my attention. I've heard of a mentor, of course, but a reverse mentor.
Yes, absolutely. We all look to someone as a mentor. We don't want a leader or a boss anymore, but now reverse mentoring is putting someone who's older, maybe in their 50s or 60s, and getting mentored by someone as a 20 or 30-year-old. Think about it. We always ask our kids or our nephews or nieces to help us set up our DVD or our remotes or things like that. Think of how much knowledge and input they can have when they can teach us how to use a new computer program. They're always on the cutting edge. So that's my idea of reverse mentoring in the workplace.
Great. Well, hey, the book is a great read, and like I said, I love the title because I think it really does nail it when you take a look at the workplace today, how much things have changed. Sherri Elliott, thanks so much for being here, and thank you for providing 4 copies of your book. We're going to give those away to you. Just tell us something about our workplace. Tell us something about City TV that you notice on breakfasttelevision.ca, whether it's an upcoming guest, a past guest, something about one of our blogs. Whatever grabs your attention, the first 4 people to connect with BT and send us an email will receive a copy, an autographed copy of Ties to Tattoos. In the meantime, we'll hand things off to Michelle McDougall. Any tattoos, Michelle?
Not a one. My mom said I couldn't, so I guess I have to obey that rule. Here is a 7-day